Go.
We are live, Jehrome.
Yeah.
We're live.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Jehrome.
Hey.
Hey, guys in the Jehrome community. We are here today, or I'm particularly here today with a lovely Jehrome as part of our coffee and tea chats with the Jehrome team members. Hey, Jehrome, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Nicole. How are you?
Very well. I think we should have a little competition, Jehrome. How hot is your office, actually?
Right now it's 30 degrees.
Ooh, you beat me. I think I'm about 28 degrees.
Yeah, there you go. I beat you then. Yeah, it's so hot. I'm dying here.
So I hope everyone in the Facebook community is going to be really kind to us as they see the sweat pearls coming.
Yes.
Guys, we're going to be here for roughly 20 minutes. We have a tight brief from Disha. I have a job today to get really, hopefully, lots of lovely questions for Jehrome so that you guys in the community can get to know him better, because Vito has grown the team so much, and we are very aware that you don't know everyone yet. So here we are. We've got, George is here again. George,
Hey, George,
so lovely to see you. It's good from Cyprus as well. George, tell us, what's the local temperature?
Oh, I bet it's really hot there. My family are actually from Cyprus. My mum's side.
Wow, and were you born in England or born in Cyprus?
I was born here, but my mum and her family were born in Cyprus.
Oh, amazing. And do you still go over there when you can, obviously, post-COVID?
Yeah, it's
and all
been
that?
a while, but yeah, last time I went was probably like 3 years ago, maybe something like that.
Oh, do you know, I had no idea. Do you still have any dishes from Cyprus you really like eating? So are you associated with your family?
Yeah, definitely. I guess like baklava really reminds me of my grandmother, because she used to make it, and
of course
some other stuff too, but I can't name. If I name it, I'll pronounce it wrong, so there's no point even trying.
And you know what? We got George here. George, tell us what your favorite dish is. So George is saying it's like 33 degrees there he is. So it's the hottest, amongst everyone.
They're used to it though. They're fine. They're super used to it.
I suppose so, right? And they have perhaps maybe they take a bit of a break in the afternoon, which is a total sensible thing to do.
Exactly. We don't.
I know. So Jehrome, so for everyone, Jehrome actually doesn't know what I'm going to ask him, because Disha and I, we both felt the best approach was just to have some surprise questions. So that's a conversation. If you have any questions for Jehrome, we're going to keep an eye on the comments. Also, if you are a replay viewer, we're going to check the comments the next few days. So feel free to post some questions. And also, if you could kindly just click the StreamYard link, that helps us to know who's asking. So that would be amazing. Right, Jehrome. So First travel-related question. I thought I'd start off with something easy. So if you could go anywhere right now on holiday, absolutely anywhere, if COVID wasn't here, where would you go?
Is it because of, can I say 2 places? Because I would actually go somewhere else because of the weather, and also I want to go somewhere. So I would love to visit Japan. I've never been. And everyone, says it's a great place, and I'm very into, technology and things like that. And I'm into games. So like Japan's, and it's beautiful there as well, like Mount Fuji and the forests and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But right now I would like to go somewhere it's colder. So wherever it's cold right now, I guess Iceland, but it's probably not even cold there, right? I don't even know. Russia? But even in Russia, it's hot right now, Tony from our team said. So nowhere is safe.
Right, because the whole Jehrome team is spread across the globe. I always find that so cool. Everyone is in different places. Okay, so either Iceland or Japan. Now, you already, it's almost like you've given me a link there, Jehrome. You just said you're really into gaming. Tell me a little bit more. What got you into games and what do you love doing?
So it's kind of like my main hobby. I've been doing it, since I was probably 3 or 4. And it's what I do to relax, really.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents' closest friends bought them a Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
When it was brand new, and it was, my parents were like, "What the hell are we going to do with this thing?" So they just gave it to me, and then that sort of started off. And it's just been it's a real passion of mine, and I've tried to turn it into a job a few times, but it kind of soured it for me. So it's something I like to keep as after I finish work, it's what I do to relax, essentially.
And what's your favorite game now, and what's your favorite game console? And I'm sorry, I don't know gaming really well, so which game and which game console?
Game consoles, I guess my favorite would be probably the PlayStation, because that's when I really, I was like 7 or 8, so that I was a bit older, and my most fond memories of playing games when I was younger is on that.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite game is such a difficult question. I mean, I've got loads. But one that comes to mind straight away is probably Final Fantasy VII. But I mean, probably never heard of that, right?
No, I just got a Wii for my son. He's 7, and he's playing a lot of Mario Kart. And
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect for kids. It's way more kid friendly now, I think. Gaming,
Maybe,
the Wii's a great console for children.
maybe. So George is saying that Vito told him about me. Excellent. He's also saying Sega Mega Drive 313 in one cassette. Super Mario must be Super Mario.
We met Mario. Yeah.
Do you know? I think it's lovely to like favorite films, favorite books, favorite games. People can really connect over it, right? And
yeah, definitely.
The At-Home community, we are very much a community spirit, right? But coming back a little bit onto work, so we know you look after the marketing, and you've been with Vito basically since day one. But tell us a bit more. So what is it you do in your role? Because marketing could be so many different things, right? So what keeps you busy?
So at the moment, yeah, it is because we're a small company. I do everything really. Anywhere that's needed an extra person, I'll sort of jump in. So if it's support, or even developing the plugin, like I give my ideas, I do testing sometimes as well. I'm doing partnerships, partnership scheduling with Vito for the sessions that he's doing. I'm like sort of making that happen.
You have some amazing ones coming up, right? I know Melissa Love, that's one which has already happened. So that's brilliant.
Yeah, okay. So those things, and like generally working on the website. So if we need a new page or just everything you can imagine, essentially. I've probably done it a bit, and I do it. Not all the time. Marketing's my main focus, but everything around the business. If I'm needed somewhere, I'll jump in if I'm needed.
Do you know? I think that's brilliant, because if more marketeers would be thinking like that, I think we would have a better reputation, because we're always seen as the department who spends the money, when actually we're helping to generate the money, right? But the fact that you help wherever it's needed. And I know Vito always says about you that you are so, you just love learning new things, and you can throw anything at you and you will make it happen. And I think that's brilliant. But tell us when you got started with Jehrome, because am I right, before you started with Jehrome, you were also a freelancer. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So I've been working for Vito for around 3 years. Before that, I was a freelancer for around 6-7 years. I became a freelancer straight out of university. I sort of was messing around building websites, and then I sort of just managed to get clients. And then I did it on my own for 6 years as well. So I never really was part of a team. I made enough money just for myself. I lived at home with my parents for like the first 3 or 4 years, just because there was no reason to move out, and I saved loads of money. So it was fun, but it was stressful, because there'd be a couple of months I wouldn't get a project, and then my work kind of died out. Like my clients, I don't know, I really struggled. And then I found a job at Vito's agency, which is where I started originally. I started as a web designer at his agency, and then now we're here, and I'm just basically becoming managing the marketing and I've never done anything I'm doing now. I've never done before. I've learned all of this over the last 2 years. So yeah, it's going okay.
You should be so proud of. I guess what was particularly brilliant for you being able to help the Jehrome community is that you used to be a freelancer. So, you just described what's quite typical of the whole feast and famine cycle, right? Where you have lots of projects and you're so busy, don't get a chance to do your marketing. And then you're like, right, where's the next business coming from? So it's lovely that you have experienced that.
Was all word of mouth. All of my business was word of mouth. I didn't even have a portfolio site for many years. Every client I got was off the back of a client I had previously. So when that sort of died down, I didn't even know what a marketing funnel was. I didn't understand that before. I didn't understand that you needed a website, having lead generation. I didn't understand any of that. So yeah, I was lucky to be successful for that long, actually, without all of that. It's just word of mouth.
I guess you only get word of mouth if you do brilliant work, right? So you must have been really good at designing websites. And did you do anything? Because I'm sure many freelancers are asking this. Word of mouth is so important. What did you do to encourage it? And sorry, Jehrome, I know you didn't know I was going to ask you this question, but I think it's a really helpful. It's a really helpful tip for our community. So what did you do to encourage referrals?
So I used to be really friendly with my clients. I sort of developed a friendship with my clients while we're working. Because they were my only client at the time, so it might be a bit different, because I know a lot of agencies and freelance have multiple at the same time. I never really worked on more than one project at a time. So all of my focus was on that client. And I guess, just someone would ask them, oh, your new website looks really nice, who did it, sort of thing. And then that's usually how I would, and then they would connect me with that person. I didn't even really push for a referral. It just happened, honestly. And back then, there wasn't much. Building a website was a lot harder back then. Even though there was WordPress, we didn't have we didn't have page builders, and we didn't have all the stuff we have now. Yeah, so I was building stuff, HTML, CSS.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So there was like visual. I can't remember, visual page builder, I think it was called, but it wasn't very good. And I used to use that when it first came out, and then so I had no processes whatsoever. I just used whatever came,
I tell you what, it's so good for that. That's something, obviously, Jehrome is helping with a lot, the whole processes, right?
Oh, yeah, I wish I had
communication with clients and what steps to go through, right from, I don't know, discovery call to then actually first set, second set, and sign off. It's amazing how you guide community members through that, because it's hard to think of these processes, right? So, of
course, yeah, it's really hard.
And I would imagine you really inputted a lot into that development, because you would have faced those challenges with your own clients, in particular with the processes. Yeah. Okay, I love that, and really, really great tips. Do you know, Jehrome, the reason why this is so hot on my mind is people always talk about word of mouth, but I rarely see people really encouraging it. So I'm going to be launching a vlog on that on Monday. So it's great to have your ideas on that as well. So, okay, so in terms of then your heart, this is a good question. I loved actually what Vito said the other day. What was your first paid for gig ever?
What, in terms of web design?
No, just generally, even when you were younger. So Vito, he was selling jewelry through his friends. I was playing Santa Claus. What did you do?
I stacked shelves at a supermarket when I was 16, and then so
were you good at it? Were you good at it?
Yeah. I mean, it was super easy, and it's a mindless job. You're just stacking empty shelves.
But I guess you have to stay motivated, right? And I'm sure that's not always easy. You want to do other things when you're 16.
Yeah, it was a summer job though, so it was, I did it, and I worked nights, and I enjoyed it because there was, you could just listen to music and then just get on with what you need to do, and I got paid quite a lot for it because it's a night shift. Nice. So you get paid more.
And did you save that money for games or holidays or a bit of both?
Oh, I have no idea what I spent that money on. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't great with money until like my early 20s. I used to just buy random crap all the time. I really wasn't good with money when I was younger. I am now, though. I'm good with money now.
You have grown up, right? I know you have grown up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 30. I should be okay with money now, really. I am. I'm okay.
It's funny, isn't it? Because we never really grow up and learn to talk about money, right? So
no, it's
I think many people struggle with that. Actually, do you know, my parents in Eastern Germany all came down and they went to trade on market stalls. So I was helping them. I was selling sunglasses. It's totally up my streak. So I always got commission. So I actually never learned how to deal with a specific amount of money because I could always make some more money. So it was a real learning curve, like running my own business now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
5 years later, I still make money and I've become much better. Yeah, it's always a learning curve, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I should ask you something Jehrome related. So, do you know, out of all the projects you guys are working on at the moment, what are you most excited about? And I know that isn't an easy question. There's probably several things, but what is it you really look forward to launching, to doing?
Right now, the thing I'm most excited about, I'm not sure if I can say much about it, but it's
we like secrets.
I think Vito did share something about it, but something that's going to help you generate copy for the website. That's the thing I'm most excited for. I don't think I can say much more than that, though.
Really?
One thing that I can say about those, the email inbox, that is coming soon. That's really exciting as well, where clients will be able to send an email and it will create it as a task on your dashboard.
Oh, I love that. So for the client, it looks like a normal piece of communication.
Exactly. Brilliant. But for you, it goes into a task, and it will also sort based on domain. If they send you, or you can link it. So you say from this email address, put these tasks into this website. And it will add it as a general task to that website. So you basically like a filter. It's filtering the emails into the relevant websites. And I think that will really help with people who struggle to get their clients on board with the new system.
Right, because it's kind of like from a client, it doesn't feel as much as a system that was actually, well, I'm just sending an email as I normally would, right? And for the web developer, for the agency owner, you can really organize it then, because I guess we all get too many emails and it's so easy to just overlook something, right? That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Together with the copywriting tool, whatever that might be, guys, I don't know either.
I think more is coming on that in probably around a month's time, I think. But yeah, that's going to be a real game changer for our tool. It's really exciting stuff. When Vito showed me, it was like, what the hell? I can't believe this even exists. So it will be cool.
Oh wow! I know, like, George is saying, "Oh my God, yes, I saw this on Facebook."
So Vito did share it. I'm just not sure what he shared, but yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
I tell you what, this is what I love working with Jehrome. You and generally, like, fast-growing agencies, so fast-moving. I love it. You see something new and you make it happen. You test it out. Oh, George is saying, please make the emails look like Jehrome notification emails. Fair enough. Ask.
They won't look like, for your clients. They will. Oh, I understand what you mean. You mean when we reply, make it look like a notification email? I think it will. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it will look like that.
So George would like to brainwash people into using the tool more. Love it.
Yeah. So showing them. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I'll ask Vito about that. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, George, that's excellent feedback. Thank you so much, George. We really appreciate you participating. George, tell me a good question you would like to ask Jehrome. We still got a couple of minutes with him, and he'll almost answer anything and everything.
Yes.
Jehrome, what I wanted to ask you, do you know, like, with your marketing, I know you're very much hands-on, but do you have some sort of favorite sources for people who own agencies and who want to step up their marketing? Where do you go? Do you listen to podcasts, or do you read a lot of blogs? That I quite like, for example, the HubSpot blog, because anything on inbound marketing you can find on there, and it's great examples. It's easy to access, isn't it? What about you? What sources do you like?
So I generally do just Google a lot and read random stuff. We do have a course, or like a academy that we are part of, that we use for a lot of our training, but it's quite expensive. So what I would recommend people do is looking at what other people are doing. That's what I do. So if someone's successful, for example, like Kinsta has amazing marketing, or Freemius. It doesn't have to be exactly what we're doing, but I just look at what other companies. So I'll sign up for their newsletter. I'll sign up for their free trial, and I'll see how they do their onboarding, or I'll see how they do a demo. And wherever I think would work for our audience, I guess steal it. But I'm just it motivates me, or not motivates
cherry pick.
me.
I like to call it cherry picking best ideas.
So it sparks ideas for me, and I think, oh yeah, we should try something like that, or we should change our onboarding to be more like this, or we should do our social posts more like this, and I think that's actually where I get most of my inspiration, on top of the training as well. But yeah, I would say read stuff like HubSpot. Freemius is also they have a great blog.
YouTube is also fantastic, right?
Yeah, YouTube is great.
Lots of examples on there. Do you know? I also recommend for people to look outside the sector, because I guess when you sign up to your competitors, and I think you definitely should, it's very easy to think, oh my God, I'm just going to do exactly the same, tweak it a bit. But if you go outside the sector, you also like to get really fresh inspiration, right? And
yeah, definitely.
I guess we had the Jehrome Summit. That was really inspirational. Lots of speakers, right? Lots of different learning. Are there any events you're thinking of attending, other virtual events, or perhaps even something in person?
Not really. That's more Vito will tell me what event's happening, and if I can make it, I'll go. That's more Vito's game.
Okay, I shall suggest some events to you guys.
Oh, please do. Yeah, please.
I'm going to an event in Nottingham. I'm so desperate to see people. It's called Market Ed Live.
Yeah.
You know what it's like when you work remote. Oh, look, Disha is here. So she's just saying, hey guys, watching from my sick bed. Disha, we hope you get better soon. Yeah, so happy to see you both. And do you know, actually, the next person for me to interview is Disha. I'm really looking forward to it. I believe it's, I didn't look it up. I think it's next Friday again at 4:00.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. No, that would be really, really good, because Disha is relatively new to the company, right? She's been with us, 4 months now? Gosh, time flies.
3 or 4 months. Yeah. It really does. It really does fly. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I've been at the company for 3 years now. I was 28 when I joined. I'm 31 soon.
Oh, that is life beyond 30, I promise you.
Yeah, no, my life's got a lot better since I got this job. So yeah, I mean, it's only getting better, honestly.
Well, I think you guys have this unique combination of, you're doing something really good for the community, but you have so much fun with it as well, and it's a growing company. I definitely love the energy when I get to speak to you, when I see what you do, and I think it's great you brought in Disha. She's so energetic herself, and you can see she's really shaping how the community talks to each other, and really that getting to know each other, sharing a joke, sharing wins, sharing struggles. So no, I think Disha, you are doing an amazing job if you are seeing this.
Yeah, she is. She's doing a great job.
Oh, Jehrome, look, I promised Disha that we keep this to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
what is your favorite book you're reading at the moment?
It's a book called I'm reading a few. It's so hard to pick favorites. I'm reading a book called The Naked Sun. It's like a fictional book.
Oh,
But
right.
I'm also reading a book by Darren Brown called Happy, which is really, really good.
Oh.
If you want to change your mindset for how you feel, read Darren Brown Happy. It's a great book. It will really make you realize the small stuff that makes you sweat or makes you upset is not worth it. So that book's really
Right.
good. I would really recommend that.
So Darren Brown, Happy. Do you know, I'm reading a similar book like this. So it's here. A client of mine recommended it to me, and I didn't like the look of it, but it's so cool. So it's called Essentialism: The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McGowan, and it's a bit like you. It kind of gives you the book you mentioned. It gives you good perspective on what to focus on, where you can make the biggest contribution. Excellent. Right, we got George saying, "I need to get the happy book." George, you do, but George, you do strike me as very happy.
Yeah, he does. He's a really old school user as well. He's been with us for a long time. George.
Oh, that's amazing. But it's because you're creating this community, right? And it's lovely. George, we really appreciate you. I hope you know that. Guys, anyone who's been here live, thank you so much. I know not everyone always feels like commenting, but we do appreciate you. And if you have another question, please post it. We will both check it out. Everyone have an amazing week. And Jehrome, you've been brilliant. Thank you so much. Can't wait to have Disha next week. Oh, any link to the books?
Yeah, I'll
can sort that out.
I'll post it on this after we finish.
Excellent. Matt, thank you for that question. Jehrome, thank you so much. Have a lovely afternoon. Nicole. Keep cool. And thank you for a great interview. Auf Wiedersehen, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.